25th. Please cross with your least favorite crossing. Rock from side to side, move the buttock flesh away. First, just let your legs descend. Lift up, roll the shoulders back. Face quiet, mouth cavity quiet, throat soft. Bring your hands to your heart. Look straight ahead and then close your eyes completely. Let go of anything that went on before class, anything that has to go on after class. And just be with yourself. Last week I talked about how the breath can help the asana, the positioning of the asana, and how the asana can help the breath. So explore that with yourself for just a minute. See that the shoulders are relaxed and down. If you're working at all, the shoulder blades should feel like they're moving slightly more into you, and the response of the chest is to lift right there where that sternal notch is. Lift up. Keep the shoulders rolled back. Keep the abdomen soft. Let any expression drain away from your face. And once you've established a quietude, recite those 3 Oms on your own timing. Bow the head down when you're finished. Release the hands. Lift your head. Release the legs out in front of you. If you are good to come off that height, go ahead and come off that height. If you have lower back issues, stay on a little bit of height, maybe not that much that you were on for seated swastikasana. Pull the hamstrings back towards the buttocks. Pull the hamstrings back to the buttocks. Seat the thighs firmly down. So you can help yourself a little bit by pushing them down. Okay, then I say, okay, I gotta keep that weight. I'm gonna actually turn the palms out. Go way out to the sides and against the thighs pressing down. The trunk lifting up. Okay, now take your arms out. I'm going to run out a little bit of room here for a moment. Go over. Take your arms from here to the sides, palms up, go out, go out. Now feel the broadness across the collarbones. Keep the thighs pressing down, the trunk lifting up. Now Urdhva Hastasana arm. Go up, even look up if there's no neck issues, or if there are neck issues. See that C7 is moving in. Can you feel your length? Lift up. Thighs heavy, trunk light. Okay, and then release down. Okay, Tadasana. Let me see how you're going to see all of me. Or most of me. Okay. So I'll stand sideways. So you can't see my calves or my feet, but you get the idea. You may have a few inches away from the feet apart if you need that. It's just stand in Tadasana. If you want help with your Tadasana, stand so that I can see your side view. If you don't care, then you're fine. All right, so firmly press the feet down and pull your thighs up. So the whole class I'm going to be saying something like, you know, hamstrings to buttocks, and contract deep at the buttock crease without allowing the thighs to come forward. Make that area firm, lifted, strong, all that. Okay, now stretch your arms at your sides while you're rolling. I just meant straight down, right? Stretch your arms at your sides, straight down, and see that the upper arm bone and the lower arm bone line up. So if you can look at the camera for just a minute, this is a little bit what I'm seeing. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I see this bone not lined up to this bone. So stretch the arms down. Remember how in Dandasana, the legs were really pressing down, the buttock bones were pressing down. Now it's your feet, and you have to reach your arms down against the trunk, lifting up. Pin those shoulders back, lift your chest, lift your chest. Okay, now take the arms out to the sides, palms up. Turn, 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 so your bicep is facing the ceiling. Strong, strong turn, externally rotate. Okay, now go up, Urdhva Hastasana arms. Lift your trunk up off your legs. Keep the waist back, thighs back, firm in that buttock crease, hamstring to buttocks, lift there. Arms back, any amount. Okay, all right, now bring the arms back down. Put your, interlace your palms and put your hands on top of your head. We did this seated on Monday. So I'm pulsing, let's see, you can see me, I'm pulsing just a little bit. You can see I'm not letting the shoulders come up. So I'm back, we can do this together. And then my palms go to the top, I turn the backs of my hands to the top of my head. And then I exhale, go up for Baddha-Anguliasana. Roll the buttocks down. Contract at that buttock crease. Keep the tailbone pushing forward against the thighs, staying back. Go back with your arms, any amount. And then put the hands back on top of the head. Switch your interlock so it feels like the odd way. Turn the backs of the hands to the top of your head. Pulse a few times. Elbows back. And then exhale, straighten the arms. Don't let the fingers become loose. Keep the interlock firm. In fact, if you can, keep your thumb tips together. Thumb tips together. Head up just a little bit, Mike. Head up, yep. Strong, strong legs. Urdhva Baddha-Anguliasana. Okay. Okay, we have to do Gomukhasana, and you know who you are if you need a strap, right? So if you need a strap, you know, it could be just here on the ready, but if you're, you know, if you're wrestling with a shoulder injury and you know who you are, you're doing something like this. So my right hand is in the strap, my left hand, I'll go a little maybe on the diagonal. My left hand is here, and I'm just working just a few times where I'm bending the top elbow and taking the bottom shoulder back. So I'll show you from this way. So maybe I just do this a few times to get that shoulder socket warmed up. And then I take this arm back and I'm either grabbing the strap or the fingers. Move, so your right elbow's on top, draw that left shoulder back. All right, and not to forget about the Tadasana. Rolling the buttocks down, contracting and compressing the thighs front to back, back to front. How are we doing? All right, so Mike, use your, here's what I see. Use your head to help you. Go back. Your head can be another Karmendriya. Yeah, there you go. Good. All right, and then release. Take your left arm externally, so internally, internal rotation to external. So I'm turning that bicep to face the ceiling, and I'm going up, trying to reach my left fingertips down towards the bottom of my shoulder blade. We did this part also on Monday to try to give us a little bit more help, so you know who you are if you need it. If you need motion, you're doing a few of these. Keep that internal rotation of that outer upper arm. Internal rotation. Suck it in. Suck it in. All right. And then reach the right arm from behind. Take it up and grab as many fingers as you can. Don't forget, roll, contract, compress. Roll the buttocks down. Contract the buttock crease into the thigh and compress the thighs. All right. This is, if you don't have Gomukhasana, you know, it's got to be an everyday pose. And I'm not saying you have to spend half hour on it, but if you just touch upon it every day, it will get better. It's really, really good for the shoulder health. Okay. All right. Your choice now, either wall Adho Mukha Svanasana or just regular Adho Mukha Svanasana. If you're taking it regular, go back to the floor. My knees are a little bit further back. I rotate my outer upper arm in and turn the biceps to face forward. My knees are just a little bit further back from my hips. They aren't right under my hips, just an inch or so, and my toes are tucked under. Inhale. Don't be in a hurry to straighten your knees. Lift your hips. So here I am. You can watch first and then do. So here. See, I haven't straightened my knees yet. I'm working on lifting the trunk up towards the hips. Pressing with the hands. Press, press, press. Then I slowly start to straighten. Try to push the front of your trunk up towards the hips and really work strongly with the back of the thighs. You should feel the back of the thighs spreading out wide. There you go. Nice. Tops of the thighs. Really push your hands into the floor and reach up from the front of the trunk, sternal notch to navel, navel to pubis. Press those thighs back. Beautiful downward dogs. Okay, you get a brief rest in Adho Mukha Virasana. Okay, now this is definitely a just watch. And it's gonna it's a little, I've done it this morning and I was trying to look at the camera as best I can, but I'm going to have to turn my buttocks to you at one point. So this, I have a wall here. You see this wall? I'm going to put my right hip at the wall. I'm really close, really tight, and bend down. All right, so it's basically a Ardha Uttanasana, where I've got my finger, oh, this can be a brick or a chair as well. You know, if you can't touch your fingertips, it can be here. But the point of this version of the pose is length in the trunk. Okay, so I'm lengthening my trunk forward. Okay, now I make sure that my hips, knees, and ankle are all lined up. I keep the right foot, right hip at the wall, and then I slowly start to straighten the left leg for a modification of Vira 3. Okay, I'm just parallel to my trunk. So if I show you this way, now. Okay, I'm not up here. Yeah, I can do that. But if you look at Light on Yoga and you look at BKS, we're working on the bottom leg hip strength. And you know, that bottom leg's got to work really, really hard. And then I want you to work on the length forward of the trunk. So stand with your right side along the wall. And you decide what props you need. And right now your right hip is touching the wall. Bend forward and reach your trunk forward. So watch my shoulders aren't coming towards my ears. I keep my shoulders down and I super lengthen my trunk forward. Okay, now I press down into that standing leg that's near the wall, nearest the wall, and slowly I lift the inner leg faster than the outer leg. You can, doesn't matter about the foot pointing straight back. Yeah, go forward more, Mike. Try not to have roundedness in the upper back, the thoracic spine. So I would say you need more. Yeah, it's not about getting the foot higher. It's about getting the front of the trunk long. All right, so there's this. All right, so come down. Remember when I said this rolling, this contracting, this compressing? So I'm here. I'm rolling the buttock down. I'm contracting here, bringing the crease of the buttock forward, there by the tailbone forward. And when I start to come forward, I don't lose that. So I'm seeing a little bit of this not staying firm. So here I am. So go a little bit forward, but hamstring to buttock, that is firm, hamstring to buttock. And I'm running out of room. You can see my head touching the dresser here, but the idea is not to be here, right? But to lengthen the front of the trunk forward. All right, let's try it on the left side. So your left side's along the wall now. You have to lift the inner leg, Chaya, more than the outer leg. Inner leg more than the outer leg. All right, so contract, compress, both those hips together. Yeah, and now lengthen the trunk forward. Because we're going to try this another way, and you've got to have that compaction, contraction of that hip socket area. And the rolling of that buttocks, that hamstring to buttock connection. Look forward, you look down, your chest just collapses. Yeah, forward. Watch, Karen Higgins, that your leg that's at the wall doesn't go much higher. Work in the hip socket more. There you go. Yeah. Okay. All right, now release and come down. We'll try it another way. Let's see. So now you get hands at the wall. This might, in some respects, be easier, but remember you had the support of the wall for the hips, so you're not going to have that. So in Tadasana, I roll the buttocks down. I contract the crease forward, tailbone forward. Then I come forward and I put my hands at the wall. All the while I remain looking forward. I remain looking forward. I find this nice L shape and I extend the front trunk forward. Now the hands don't change. Watch me. The hands don't change. We lifted the left leg first. So you're standing on your right leg. Contract those hips together. Squeeze the buttock crease, hamstring connection. And look straight ahead. Got it? All right, your turn, I'll watch. Face the wall. Don't let your, right away, Kathy Lindauer, don't let your thighs come forward. When your arms went up, your thighs went way forward. Try it again. Urdhva Hastasana. Okay, and now, yeah, there you go, good. All right, hands at the wall, look forward, look in between your hands. Kathy Beckman, your hands might be a little low. Okay, now keep, the energy in your feet. Now you're transferring from 2 feet to just that one right foot. And now slowly lift from the inner left leg and reach that leg back. Look straight ahead if your neck allows it. The thigh must remain facing the floor. Keep the thigh facing the floor. Kathy Beckman, keep the thigh facing the floor. The lifted leg, yeah, toe down, toe points either to the floor or to the wall behind you. Keep pulling up your standing leg, Kathy Lindauer. Good. All right, and now exhale down. This is hip health. I can't tell you how much the teachers I've been taking with have been working on this hip health. All right, stand back up straight in Tadasana. Know where you are as far as the help you're going to need, the space away from the wall. Roll the buttocks down. Contract that buttock crease forward, tailbone in. Compress the thighs front to back, back to front. That's what I mean when I've been saying roll, contract, compress. Roll, contract, compress. Urdhva Hastasana arms. Exhale, bend forward. Some of you have the hands a little low. The hands should be, if I were to measure, the heel of my hand is right at my armpit. Okay, now transfer the weight. Don't be in a hurry. Standing on your left leg. Lift that right leg. Lift the inner leg more. Look straight ahead. Don't let the weight go towards the left hand. Keep it even. Lift the innermost thigh. Yeah. Inner leg has to lift more than the outer leg. So go a little lower and work the thigh more. Hamstring to buttock, especially you, Mike, hamstring to buttock. Press through your heel, Mike, and hamstring to buttock. There you go. All right, and then release down. Okay. Half full arm balance. Half full arm balance. Kathy, if you're still not doing that, just do chair dog. If you're tired of regular dog, you can do chair dog, where your hands are, I didn't even bring my chair in, but your hands are on the chair and your legs are walking back. The rest of us can try this half full arm balance unless anybody's on their cycle, nobody said anything. So I'm sort of in a short dog. You can see me. Short dog, okay? Now, I do want you to just watch this because the last time we did this, lots of people's feet were slipping. If your feet are slipping, it means your legs aren't working. So remember that roll, contract, compress. That really has to happen in this half handstand. All right, so here I am. My toes are about 5 or 6 inches away from the wall. Hands forward. I'm up. Now my heels are at the wall. Okay, so I keep pushing the floor. I'm going to walk up, put one foot halfway. The first walk, the first step on the wall, your foot is going to come to about where your knee is. Right there. Okay. Then the other one. Okay. Straighten. Push the floor. Don't let the buttocks roll in the wrong direction, but roll the buttocks towards that hamstring and buttock connection. Use your legs. You can walk up if it's easy. Push the floor. And then slowly walk down. All this to get warmed up for some back bends. Yeah, if you want to use the strap for your arms, that's fine. Most people are too far away from the wall. Some people. Yeah, the wall is your friend. Yeah, now you strongly use your legs, pull your hamstrings towards that buttock crease, squeeze the hips upward towards the ceiling like you've got puppet strings on either sides of your hips and are pulling you up. Yes, your arms have to be strong. Yes, your shoulders have to be strong. Too high, Kathy. Lift your hips more than your feet. You were maybe just a teeny bit too high, not terrible. If your feet are slipping, unless you have super, super flat painted walls, which might be the case, you know, your legs have to really strongly work and pull the hamstrings towards the buttock connection. Yeah. Push the floor and lift your sternum up towards your ribs up towards your pubis, and so on. Okay, I'd like for you to have at least 2 tries. And if you went up by putting your right foot first, the first time, the second time you'll go up putting your left foot. All right, and then while the others are still trying their second time, if you regularly practice full handstand, you are welcome to do full handstand. Too high, Chaya, too high with the feet. Oh, are you just working on full handstand? Okay. Yeah, you go ahead. Use your legs. Use your legs. Yeah, it's certainly another way to go up, and that is to, what Chaya was working on, I thought, was maybe maybe she's working on this, where she walks up and then walks up the wall. Not sure if that was your intention, but it's a way to work. Okay, everybody had a shot at that, because I want you to save some energy for some Pincha Mayurasana versions. So have a strap, a block. Just to pad my elbows a little bit, I'm going to fold my blanket, my sticky mat, about 1/4 of the way and move it closer to the wall. Okay, the first variation, guys, is, let's see, strap. First variation is holding the brick like this. Can you see? So I'm kind of, I call it my karate chop of the brick. Karate chopping the brick. The wall is not so much a factor because I'm not going to ask you guys to kick up in this position. So I'm just karate chopping the brick. I've turned my inner upper arms out. I sucked my outer shoulders in, and I keep pressing down and into the brick. Then I walk up, I keep looking at the brick, and I move the trunk away from the elbows. And I lift the shoulders up and back, as opposed to here. Keep squeezing the block with the bottom of your palm. Okay, walk up a little, Chaya, and challenge yourself. Walk up. Lift your sternum. Lift your abdomen. Make those legs strong. That's the first version. Sopo has her puppy right in front of the camera. All right, Mike, don't let the head go back. Head forward. Look at your brick. Look at your brick. Are you on your elbows? Have you turned the inner upper arms out? Okay, that's version 1. Okay, version 2 is a little bit different position on the brick. It's maybe a little harder, but to me it's more effective. So I'm turning I'm still going to use my strap. Yeah, you can watch first. So I've turned the arms out, palms out, biceps out, palms up. I put the block, you can see that the block is between my wrist and my palm. It's got to be on the wrist. So there I am, palms up, and I squeeze that brick. I push into the floor and look up at the brick. Try to move your thumbs, press your thumbs towards the floor. So child, I see a little bit of this, and this is what we want. You can come up high on your tippy toes, walk your legs in. Lift your chest. Think of like if somebody had a hook on your sternum, and your sternum is going towards your navel. Your navel is going towards your pubis. Your pubis is going towards the tailbone. Yeah, legs have to be strong. Arms have to continue to press. Yeah, if you can go up, you're certainly welcome to go up. I think I worked with palms up, going up with palms up, because it really, really made that shoulder area work properly. Okay, last attempt. You'll put your brick at the wall. Now you just have your, if you have another brick, you can use it. If you, well, I'll leave it up to you. I only have one brick today, so watch. You're not going up still. You're not going up. You're just working on the pose today. So I'm turning the palms up and I'm trying to letting that skin get dragged. So the top of the forearm skin is getting dragged to the inner. Okay, then the palms press down. Then I have my feet on the brick. Now I have something to push into. Look up in between your hands. Lift your chest. Move your shoulders away from your elbows. We could try a half from here, but let's see what you guys do with this one, and then I'll see if it's worth trying the half. Everybody should be getting pretty warm about now. So you're placing your forearm skin upright, right, to the ceiling, and you're kind of letting that bottom of the forearm skin roll from outside in, and then turn your palms flat. Push the floor, look up in between your hands, and walk up. You've got extra height under the feet, so lift your hips and move your shoulders back away from your hands, Kathy Lindauer. Move your shoulders back, move your shoulder blades deeper into your back, and lift your chest. Okay. All right, I'll show you the, if you guys want to look at me try the half, and this is like progression, right, of eventually being able to go up. But if you can do this, it'll make your regular pincha so much easier. So I turn the palms, turn the whole upper arm out, place the hands, and then turn. Here, push the floor, shoulders back. Then I walk up. So the shoulders aren't coming forward, but they have to move back towards your legs. All right, so I just showed you. If you want to try it quickly. Otherwise, you might be done. Okay, if you're done, get ready either for your Shirshasana or your Prasarita Padottanasana. Shirshasana or Prasarita Padottanasana. Mike, I would do this up against the wall completely with your, I'll show you. Sticky mat like that. All right, let me see who's going up into Shirshasana. That's it, Marcia. Okay, on your neck? Yeah, I do a lot of this because it helps me move C7 in. I don't know if you could feel it, but it really helps me get that C7 in. Nice, Kathy. Good job. All right, I'm going to show Mike the version of Prasarita Padottanasana, and the rest of you are doing Shirshasana. All right, so Kathy, go ahead and put your heels on the wall. Kathy Lindauer, heels on the wall. All right, now see how far back your thighs are? Keep them there. And now simultaneously take both feet off the wall at the same time. All right, remember that rolling, contracting, and compressing of the thighs, the buttocks, hamstring to buttocks. Be strong with the hamstring buttock connection in your Shirshasana. All right, so the rest of you who want to do stuff, and Kathy Beckman, you could take this version of Prasarita Padottanasana with the chair in front of you. So the chair would be for your forehead, and you can have a bolster across the chair. That's lovely as well. All right, so here, Mike, roll, contract, pull that hammy up to the buttock. You have to be careful because you might fall forward. because you got the wall right behind you. Okay, and then walk in. Press the palms, lift the shoulders. You can keep your thighs at the wall, Mike, as long as you feel that you have control of the legs. And I want to set a timer. And Kathy's down already. All right, we'll let everybody else go for another minute or so. Yes, Kathy.
I just wanted you to know that I really was trying to do that, even though it wasn't happening. It wasn't that I was ignoring you. It was that my legs were ignoring you.
Ah, no, it looked like you were trying.
Okay.
It did, yeah.
Okay.
So Mike, this is the wide leg one. Can you go wider? Yeah. Go as wide as you comfortably can go. And now go grab your bolster and put your bolster in a blanket so your head has some support. Bolster and blanket under your head. Work your legs, Chaya. Press the thighs back. Might just be the camera, Sopo, but it looks like your left side is a bit short. So lengthen the whole left side of the trunk more. Yeah. How's that, Mike? Yeah. Press your hands, lift your shoulders away from your head and neck. So your head is just resting on the bolster. All right, now everybody's inhaling and coming up, bring the hands to the hips. And heel toe, and come up. All right. Back to the floor with my camera. Okay. Going to turn. Let's see. All right, the pose is Chaturanga Dandasana. Have a blanket or a bolster nearby. I think a blanket is probably going to be good enough. All right, and watch this first version, Chaturanga Dandasana. Chara is 4, Anga is limbs. So all 4 limbs lifting the trunk, but it's not like the trunk is, along for the ride. Oh, before we do this, this is the part I wanted to show you. Hold on. Let's see. All right. So I'm facing the wall. I'm doing a standing version of Chaturanga Dandasana. So I'm facing the wall. I'm rolling the buttocks top to bottom. I'm contracting, pulling the buttock crease in, forward, tailbone tucked, under, forward, coming forward more, and compressing the thighs. So it's roll, contract, compress, roll, contract, compress. So watch me do it. My toes are touching the wall. My hands are at my chest. So here I am not doing it. Now watch. I'll do it again. So you could see this little movement and then rolling. I could also say this shoulder roll, this buttock rolling, shoulder rolling. It's a dual instruction. So here I am. Is it obvious? Can you see what I'm doing? Yes, no? You can see, okay. It's not that I'm not doing anything, you know, I'm really working in that standing position. So Mike, here's what I see, not to pick on Mike today, but it's not this because I moved the hips. I let the hips go back. So I stay the same distance away from the wall. It's just this movement. You can look up, but it's not this. Could you see the difference? All right, try it just a couple times. That's better, Mike. Think about the front of the body from your kneecaps going up towards your shoulders, the back of your body going towards your buttock crease. Now I can't see you too much sideways, Kathy, and that's okay, but you look like you're doing a little bit of what Mike was doing. Don't go back so far, go up from your kneecaps, pelvis, abdomen, chest. Okay, so you got the hang of that? Okay, now we're gonna do it on the floor. So come to where you have the wall behind you. Now I'm going to put my camera back down. You can watch first. Chaturanga Dandasana. Roll, contract, compress. You can see all of me? Think so. Okay. So here I'm tucking my toes well under us. Us ballerinas have a lot of ankle toe flexibility. Sorry if you don't, but you kind of walk, see how I'm walking my toes forward and hinging more at the top of the ankle so my heels are at the wall. Okay, so here my hands are at my chest and I'm rolling the buttocks, I'm rolling my shoulders back, I'm rolling the buttocks down and contracting and compressing the legs. So here, without coming up, I push the floor, the hands kind of scrubbing forward, and let's see. With my forehead down, can you see that most of my abdomen, with the exception of my pubis, is off the floor? Roll, contract, compress. Roll, contract, compress. It's hard work. Let me know if you don't get the rolling, contracting, compressing thing, because it's vital. Vital. Roll both the shoulders and the buttocks down towards the legs. Contract at the buttock crease. Pull the hamstring to the buttock. Compress the thighs front to back. And lift your abdomen off the floor. You can keep your head down. And you know what? If this is hard, some of you could do forehead on some support. So watch here. I've got my forehead. This might be good for Marcia. Forehead is on the support. So I'm just working on this. Rolling, contracting, compressing. The back of the body is going towards your heels, and the heels are pressing into the wall. It's kind of a hard pose to teach, not being in person, but we do our best. Okay, just try that roll, contract, compress a few times before we try lift off. I can't see Mike. Mike, you okay? Okay.
So I get a, hello?
Yeah, I see you.
Hi.
Hips.
No, hips are good. Everything's good. I actually get up like a little hovering over. Muscles are working well. I just feel a lot of weight on my arms and the front of my body. It's like I'm not able to transfer it enough to the back.
to the legs. Yeah, the
Right.
legs have to work so hard here. That's why I've given you the wall. Are you really pressing your heel into the wall?
Yes,
Heels?
I am.
Yeah. Okay. So it's just, as we age, we lose that core core strength, and it really could be worked on here. There's a lot of ways we can work on it. So little bit of lift off. You take your blanket here, maybe it's just double fold. It's going here. Okay, so we're going to move on.
Okay.
Put it at the part you find hardest to lift. Is that the lower abdomen or the middle abdomen? It's usually the lower abdomen for most people. So I'm going to move it down just a little bit. Tuck my toes. I'm giving up on the wall, but I roll, contract, compress. Push the hands forward, look forward, and lift off. Yeah, the last component, which, now you could start to work on that, but if you roll, contract, compress, and really work the legs, and pull the abdominal wall up into yourself or up towards the spine, you should have lift off. Did it help, Karen? Ha! Yeah?
It's not my abdomen I have a problem lifting, it's my chest.
It's your chest.
So
Okay.
I think it's arm weakness.
It's arm weakness. You can put it across your chest.
I did it. It helped.
Here? Yeah.
Yeah, it helped.
So that rolling, contracting, compress, lift. Roll, contract, compress, lift. Roll, contract, compress, lift. I mean, it's like little baby push-ups. Yoga push-ups. And Marcia, make sure you're keeping your neck and throat soft in these. You don't even have to look forward. You can just look straight ahead. Okay, that's chaturanga. So that is, why do we do chaturanga when we're doing back bends? Well, it wakes our legs up. It makes a further connection with the spine and the legs. Kind of just wakes the spine up mostly. Okay, so let's do beginner's Bhujangasana. I'm going to get rid of this for just a moment. I'm going to turn slightly sideways or slightly at an angle. Yeah, like that. All right, so beginner's Bhujangasana. Have your hands well out in front of you, like, We'll do 3 positions. So the first one will be above my head, well above my head. I pick up one leg at a time, reach and extend. Then, once again, roll, contract, compress, push the floor, and that's your first one. Roll, contract, compress. It's about those legs. Roll, contract, compress. Roll, contract, compress. Don't let the shoulders come up. Keep the shoulders down. And then rest. Now move your hands in halfway from where they were. Mine kind of end up right at my face. Right at my face. Okay, roll, contract, compress, pull that hamstring to the buttock crease, and then push up. Your elbows will remain slightly bended. Bent. Roll the shoulders down. Pull the abdomen up. And then come down. Have a rest. If that was enough for you, you stay there. Do one more time with the same hand position. Otherwise, you can bring your hands closer so that the fingertips maybe line up to your shoulder tips. Fingertips, shoulder tips. Okay, extend the legs. Roll, contract, compress. Push up. Lift your navel. Lift your chest, sides of your chest. Look straight ahead. Roll, contract, compress. Always the buttocks going towards the legs. Hamstring coming closer to the buttocks. Elbows in, Kathy. Lift your navel. Yeah. Feel as though someone's got their fist in your shoulder blades and is pushing your shoulder blades forward into yourself more. Go a little wider, Chaya, with your hands. Yeah. You want to feel as though you're trying to bring your chest as if through your arms. Watch your right side, Kathy Beckman. It's like it's creeping up towards your ear. Keep your shoulders down. All right, Bhujangasana. That was Bhujangasana. 3 different hand positions. From beginners to, a little bit more advanced. You look at pictures of Light on Yoga. Sorry, I did not bring my Light on Yoga with me this week. You see that his pelvic bones still face the floor. They really do. Study that sometime. Okay, then. Bhujangasana. All right, so now let's do a beginner Urdhva Mukha. So this is going to take the place of 2 blocks for me because I don't have 2 blocks. So I'm just going to put this across. So it's right, my chest is not on it, but my ribs are. Can you see? My hands are. Okay, now are you getting sick of the rolling, contracting, compressing yet? So now more than ever, the first time we do it, we'll have the toes tucked. So can you see? I've picked up and I've tucked the toes. Now I roll, contract, compress. Oops, hands on the support. This is my brick. And roll, contract, compress. Come up. Drop those hips. Roll, contract, compress. Keep the buttocks going towards the hamstring coming towards the buttocks. And come down. Let's watch. You guys, we're going to do it with the feet flat in just a minute. I just want to make sure everybody's being safe. You can kind of feel as though the front of the trunk is scraping forward from the navel, chest, as if your chest is going through your arms a little bit. Shoulders back. Push the floor and lift yourself up. We don't want to lose this ability to lift ourselves up as we age. We want to keep this. Roll the shoulders back, Mike. So if you're working on Urdhva Mukha, and maybe you're working with a certain ailment or injury, it is certainly okay. I'm going to show this for Mike's benefit. Maybe he can work on this. So Mike, have a look. You do it from your knees. Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. So here I am. I tuck, but I'm going to stay on my knees. I press, and I lift. My knees are down. Elbows in. Lift your trunk up. We're really trying to make, the lumbars have a lot less to make you work with that thoracic spine. So drag your hips forward, Kathy Lindauer. Hips forward, roll your shoulders back, hamstring to buttocks, buttocks to hamstring, compress the thighs, and come down. Okay, guys. Urdhva Mukha. Did we do it 3 times? 3 is the magic number. All right, so now the last time. You don't have to use your blocks or your blanket. You can flatten your feet. So with your forehead down, pick up, flatten those toes, roll, contract, compress, Inhale, go up, pull the trunk forward, legs strong, roll the shoulders back, lift your navel up, lift your ribs up. That was the demonstration, Kathy, now you're doing, or are you done? Because it's hurting your lower back. Okay. So, I'm gonna have to go this way, guys. Shalabhasana. Lay flat, forehead down. Reach your arms behind you, thumbs out. So I'm lifting the shoulders up and kind of walking the hands back. Inhale, roll, contract, compress. Exhale, lift. Arms and legs simultaneously. Balance on your navel, lift your thighs. Roll the shoulders back. Move the shoulder blades deeper into your back. Exhale, come down. Is Mike still hanging in there? Mike, I can't see you. You are, okay. I just can't, your camera's not low enough, but I'm okay as long as you're staying safe. Roll, contract, compress. Roll, contract, compress. All right, your forehead is down. Your palms are facing the floor with the thumbs on the outside. Pick up one leg, extend it, pick up the other. Now roll the buttocks down towards the buttock crease. Contract the buttock crease, the buttocks. Inhale, compress the legs, exhale, inhale, lift. Arms and legs, you're flying. Lift, lift those thighs, lift those thighs. Yeah, good. That's it. All right. Come down. All right, now I'll go back sideways. Enough. Ardha Bakasana. Ardha. Actually, I might show you this way. Well, no, I have to show you two different ways. So here's, I just want to work on the Ardha part, and I want to work on how the chest comes back and faces forward. So let me show you the leg part first. So I come up on my left elbow, my right arm is in front of me, and I'm not like this, but shoulders down. All right, so now I'm rolling, contracting, and compressing the thigh, and I reach from behind. Somehow, this might be your best, or you can use a strap, but what I want is to turn the trunk back. So the right side of my trunk has to turn back to face forward as I grab that foot. And get that foot to come down to the hip side as much as possible. So I pull the trunk forward so that really it's the Urdhva Mukha part of Ardha Bakasana that I'm after. If this is difficult, you know, you have a strap, but you can still work on the Urdhva Mukha portion of this pose. So here we are. Maybe just a lasso. Lasso the foot. How about this? Something like that. So the front thigh is extending towards the knee, lengthen, lengthen. So it makes all this happy. And I'm pulling the front of the trunk forward against that leg, pressing back. You can do it. You're here, and you're here. But don't forget about the rolling, contracting, compressing. top of the buttock to the bottom of the buttock, buttock crease in, tailbone in, hamstring to buttock like crazy, hamstring to buttock. And then once you're there, you can soften that contraction just a bit, but if you don't, I will tell you, it will help you work on that hip. Trunk forward. Okay, second side. Up on your right elbow. Pick up the legs. Reach your left arm forward. Roll, contract, compress. Don't let the buttocks come up. Keep the buttock moving towards the buttock crease. Reach around, grab the foot. Maybe you're just here and you turn that left side of the trunk back to face forward. Turn the left side of the trunk to face forward. Lift off, see if you can lift off your navel just a bit. So when I do that, I'm pressing the forearm towards me a little bit. And I get lifted higher off the floor. As opposed to this. Do you see the difference? Big difference here versus here. All right, now, because I have sensitive pubic bone and hip bones, this is going across for Dhanurasana. Dhanurasana. We're almost done. What time is it? Okay. So here, I don't know if you can see, but I'm rolling the buttock towards the buttock crease. I'm contracting the buttock in, tailbone in, front of the trunk forward. So it's going this way, in this direction. With the head still down, can I bend both knees and grab both ankles? Okay, think about keeping on rolling the buttocks towards the buttock crease. And then simultaneously, lift the thighs up off the floor. Look up, lift those thighs. You can go back to Ardha if that's not possible. Back to Ardha Bekasana. How are we doing? Okay, Chaya, that looked good. Did you think about how much that hamstring had to come to the buttock crease? Then your thighs should just lift up off the floor. So try that, Kathy. Bring the back of the thigh towards the hamstring. And now from your navel, lift up. Your abdomen actually has to press down. The lower abdomen has to press down a little bit. Yeah, nice, Mike. Any amount, can you lift your thighs off the floor? Nice. Some of you are making great progress. Well, all of you are making some progress. Yeah. Good. Good, Sopo. Can't see the side view, but it looks like you're getting, oh, you're going to show us. Let's see. Participants. All right, watch the camera, everyone. All right, yeah. All right, now push your shins back towards that red chair. Push your shins back towards that chair. Yeah, and lift your chest. More, more, more. Shins back. Yeah. Good. All right, and rest. All right. Do my. Okay, guys. Now, the ultimate in back. You got one more in you? Sit down in Vajrasana. We worked on this on Monday. We're going to do something a little fun with it. It should come easy. It's Ustrasana. Should come super, super easy. So I've got my knees maybe a couple inches apart. My ankles at the, let's go completely sideways. My ankle hinge, right, is right there at the end of the blanket. And I'm going to sit down with my buttocks in between my thighs. I'm not quite down all the way. It's the first, well, actually for me, second, but first maybe for you, a Virasana that you've done. So these are just like little pulses. So watch first. Take my hands, turn my palms out, thumbs out, and remember that roll, contract, compress. So you're going to do it here. So I roll the buttocks up, I keep my chin tucked, compress the thighs. So let's say 5 or 6 times. Just try that. So keep the chin tucked, roll, contract, compress. Roll, contract, compress. I want to see how you're doing. You're not coming up in Ustrasana yet. This is just work. Work for it. Keep your chin tucked. Don't let your knees splay out to the sides. If you truly contract the front of the thighs to the back of the thighs and compress them together, your knees won't splay out. Yeah, that's right, Mike. Yep. It's really, for me at least, it might be different for you, but for me, it's mostly about that hamstring to buttock connection and that buttock crease really coming forward and in. Oh, you can, for this second one, use blocks. And you should, if you know who you are. If this pose is difficult, you never reach your feet, but we're still not reaching our feet yet. But this is on our way there. So it's either here or here. So here, I roll, contract, compress. 5 times. Roll, contract, compress. And you either have your hands on bricks or your hands on the floor. Just the fingertips. Roll, contract, compress. Just getting that movement. How important are those legs? How important is the hamstring to buttock connection? Very. How are we doing? Yeah, look back if you can. If you can't, then that's okay, but it should feel good. Sopo, don't let your knees go so wide. Very, very strong hamstring to buttock connection, Mike. And Kathy Lindauer, to keep that lower back safe, you have to make sure you're rolling those buttocks down towards the tailbone.
Are the legs together or separate?
Gita said in Las Vegas, they could be 2 to 4 inches apart, not more. That's what I've been going on for years. But you get the idea. Okay, so now you're still working on it, some of you. So have another watch so you can take a break. So now we'll go from the upright position. Okay, so I kind of stamp, 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 pull, roll, contract, compress, all those things. I added this because it helps you pull that hamstring up. Now my hands are going to go on the sacrum, buttock area, and I'm going to keep my thighs absolutely vertical. Rolling, contracting, compressing. Now my hands go to my legs, and I can help my thighs spread from inside out. And can I just simultaneously reach my feet? Huh, got the wrong foot. Press those shins down. Pull the hammy up. Make sure that buttock hamstring is really, really pushing forward. This is about my 8th one today. I'm starting to lose my voice. I'm talking too much. So I'm just going to watch you guys. But you're going from the upright position. If you let your thighs go back, okay, fine. Maybe they go back, but then bring them forward again. Stand up, roll the buttocks down, contract the hamstring to the buttock crease, reach up the side body, curve the head and neck back, and reach your hands towards your feet. Thumbs out, Mike. Maybe you have your bolster back there. Okay, but you're doing well with your legs. Don't let your feet go together like that. Have your feet pointing straight back from your knees. Is that understood? Yeah. All right, lift your chest. Lift your chest. That was for Mike. Lift your chest. Pin those shoulders back. Feel as though somebody's got a fist in your shoulder blades, and they're moving deeper into your body. Okay, I think everybody's getting tired.
Question, Cheryl. So
I'm sorry.
Yes. Sorry, somebody is talking?
Nope, go ahead.
Okay. So what cues, because I feel like, okay, I get up, fine. My legs feel like they're connected and steady. Mm-hmm. And as I go back, I reach a point where my thighs want to turn out. Mm-hmm. So do I stop at that point and get more length elsewhere, or what do I do?
I think that's an excellent suggestion. I would also maybe consider belting your thighs or your hips right at the head of the greater trochanter. I did
so
that
for a lack of contraction at that area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and are you still thinking about how much your shins are pressing down?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wore a belt in this pose for a long, long, long time.
Okay.
I don't see anything wrong with it. If I go here, let's see. So your knees, Karen, or your shins, what are they doing?
Oh, well, when my thighs turn out, my knees separate and my feet go together, right? I stop before I get to there, Yeah. But it is the tendency in all my back bends.
Ah, I see. Let me just put it on your knees.
Knees? Okay.
Yeah, like that. So, roll, contract, compress, lift. Reach. Oh, that feels nice. You can hit out a little bit, Karen.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. Love-
Get out on the belt, and also you can put it across your ankles. I used to do it
went
like
right
this.
down to my heels.
Yeah, I
My
used to do a brick here. I
Yeah.
used to make myself squeeze the brick,
Okay.
get out at the belt. Lovely, lovely way to do it. Okay, I'm losing everybody.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you just. Oh, it's
All right,
good.
now, to come out, you're welcome. To come out of all that back bending, what's really nice, whoops, I'm gonna go back to this guy, patting my ankles, is just to take a nice swastikasana. Let's go with the right leg in. And just start to go forward. All that rolling, contracting, compressing. This should feel really good on the outer hips. And watch this, guys. Don't, I may have been doing it to look at the camera, but don't look down. Go forward. So don't do this, right? Forward. Okay, and now take your brick a little bit in line to the right knee and go out to the right. So your chin kind of comes more towards your, I can rest it on my knee. Whatever, doesn't have to. And now you get a big stretch on that outer left hip. Somebody's tired. Yeah, and if you're done, you're done. You can do Supta Baddha Konasana with the feet up on the bolster as your Shavasana, if that feels good. Other side left, go forward. Try to turn your trunk from that right side to the left side. All right, and then go back to the middle once again. Technically, you should do both crossings, but we're out of time, so we're not. If you have time and you want to do it, that's fine. Look forward. Okay, this is how I was going to suggest that you do pre-Shavasana. Is just, I've taken my blanket, I've opened it up this way, and I'm just making it nice and long. I'm folding it a few times. I'm going to wrap it on the front of the ankles there. And these are going to go underneath my, a little bit underneath my buttocks. So I scoot forward. Oh. That's it. Arms like Shavasana. Make sure that the low back, the top of your buttocks are moving and have release towards the sacrum. And the sacrum is fairly flat now. Let the grinds just be soft. You've got a self-support there. You could have your feet up on a bolster if you have it, but just make sure your hips have some support. Let the grinds be soft. Deflate everywhere. Let go everywhere. See that you're not holding on to anything anywhere. Especially that you're not holding on to your ego. Holding on to the ego is a big energy sucker. In yoga, we are attempting to clean house, you might say. Not to be entranced with our ego self, but instead to, get in touch with that omniscient self, that purest sense of ourselves. Let go, let go. Let loose everywhere. Letting go of an ego. We're trying to actually transcend the ego and get in touch with that inner quietude. Let your breath be soft, soft, softer yet still. Now quietly bend your left leg on over towards your right. Remove that blanket and just stay on your right side for a few breaths. And the knees are already bent, so you should be in a fairly good position to, you can even curl up the knees a little bit more towards the chest as you roll to sit up. So you folded the legs in, roll to your side, a couple breaths there, and then sit up. Fold with your other cross. So now this would be your more favorite cross. And just honor your practice by observing yourself. Observe your mind. Observe the state of your mind. Is it, back bends do, they have a general effect, but for all of us, they have some individualized effects. So you have to figure out what those are for yourself in your own practice. Many a senior yoga teacher have told me in their, my last senior teacher that I work with, the last one just is finally she just turned 70. I don't count Devin because she's not old enough yet, but the senior teachers, the ones that have these advanced certifications, the last one just turned 70, and they're all telling me they have to practice more back bends as they age. By and large, our spines get stiff. So see how you're feeling. Bring your hands to your heart. And gratitude for this space, this place where we can come together as a community and practice, and all the teachers who've come before us. Namaste.